5 in the morning. Why am I whispering, do you think? Yeah, because everybody else in the house is fast asleep. So I'm going to have my breakfast, and then I'll see you when I get to work. Bye. So it's now 5:30 in the morning. I've finally arrived at work, having got myself going. I'd probably get the whole of you lot in the back of my car. Do you think? Probably get the whole of your class? Yeah, I reckon so. This is where I work. It's a bit embarrassing, lads. It's a pink building, but there we go. That's what I have to do. So I'm going to go in and I'll introduce you to some of the people that I work with. So this is where I work, and these are the two happy faces that I see as I first walk into work on a morning. This is Carl. Say hi, Carl.
Good morning.
And this is Derek down here. Say hi, Derek.
Hi.
Okay, so that's as exciting as it gets when I arrive at work, and then I go through here, and I come down this corridor here. I have a big red light outside my studio there, which tells people when I'm talking on the radio, okay? And I'll go in here, and this little room here is my studio, and this is where I'll be spending the next 4 hours. So I'm going to get my show ready, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what I get up to. Right, here we go. You ready? This is the first bit of the show this morning. Well, a very good morning to you, and welcome to Monday morning. It is cloudy. Yeah, pull back the curtains, just stay in bed. After all this nice weather, what's happened? It's cloudy this morning. We're set for what? It's Chris Milo here with you through until 10 o'clock. Let's kick off with a couple of big songs. One from the 80s, from Irene Cara. The other one from this, Jax Jones. Drop me phone, what am I doing? So we've started the show. Look, the day's up and running. It's Monday morning. It's what time is it now? 7 minutes past 6. Look, there's the clock. It's the 1st of July, and you lot, I'm going to come in and see you later, but you lot at the moment are still fast asleep in bed. I wish I was still fast asleep in bed, but I've started my day's work, and I'm going to show you how this studio works in just a minute, okay? So over on this computer over here, this is what we call my playout system. So on this screen over here, I've got all the songs that I'm going to be playing during the show today. So right now we're playing this one here. This is called Iris. Okay, you might have heard of Anne-Marie. Okay, she's coming up in a second. Over here, it tells me how long has got left on the song. So 2 minutes and 11 seconds. It tells me whether or not the song is going to stop. So if it's got a red dot, it's going to stop. If it's got a little thing like that, it means it's going to play the next thing automatically. So I've got all my music, I've got all my jingles and everything like that over here as well. So these are all the songs that I'm going to be playing in the next half an hour or so. And then over on this side of the screen here, we have a load of stuff that I add into the show. So I've got things like sound effects. So for example, if somebody gets a question wrong on a quiz, you hear this. You hear that sound effect, don't you? If I do a funny joke, and it doesn't happen very often, you hear this kind of sound effect. Yeah. All the little sound effects that make up the show are over there. So yeah, I've got one computer screen that makes the show work. So yeah, so everything works off computer. So I've got a computer over there which has got all my bits on for the actual show, for music and things like that, and also got a screen over here. So on my other computer, I've got all the bits that I've got ready for my show today. So I've got like simple stuff like the weather. Okay. So there's the weather for today. I get that off the internet, so I've got the Met Office website. The Met Office look after all the weather information. So there's the weather for St Helens today. So I turn that into a script. Okay, and also on my script I've got all the other stuff like showbiz news, what's happening in the world of sport, what's on telly tonight, that kind of stuff, okay? And then I've got all my script for my show there with all the ideas that I want to talk about, which is what I get ready at silly o'clock in the morning. Also on this computer screen over here, I've got my travel news. So let's zoom right in. Right, there's school. That's where school is, just Goodban Street, yeah, in Elmsbridge Road. But also on here, so I keep an eye on all the traffic and travel news for the area, okay? So I can tell what's happening on the M6, which is here, and the East Lancs, which is here, all the grown-ups travelling to work or whatever. I can keep an eye on this. Traffic bills, look, so as we get traffic jams, it goes red. Can you see how it's gone red there on the screen? Okay, so that's that. I've also got all my emails on there. Okay, so all the important stuff for the show. I've got a feed here. So this here tells me everything that's happening in news, okay, today. So as the news starts to happen, I get all the news stories come up on that screen there. I've also got Twitter. Of course I've got Twitter. Everybody has to have Twitter and Facebook and things like that. And of course the most important thing, me! So also to make the show work, I have a mixing desk, okay, so each of these faders, these are all called faders, okay, each of these operates a different piece of equipment. So up here it tells me what they are, so I've got my microphone, I've got my guest microphone, I've got other bits of equipment here, okay, over this side I've got some more faders, look, okay, and lots of buttons over here. I have no idea what these buttons do, they just sit there and look pretty, okay, and then we also have this central control panel here, okay, you see that? Big computer keyboard. There's only one button on here though that I really use, the one I use most. It's a big green button up here, it's called next, okay, so every time I want something to happen I just press next. They make it nice and easy. And that's basically it. I know I make it sound really difficult, but it's not. So I'm going to get on and do my show, and I'll see you all a little bit later on. Well, I'm seeing you now, aren't I? Because I'm stood here next to the screen while you're watching it. I'll shut up. See you later.